Continuing in this section, we're now going to look at multiplying fractions. We're going to go right up to dividing fractions, but we're not going to quite get there. Just like addition and subtraction held on to the same properties that we had with the whole numbers, so does multiplication. At the very bottom, we have this idea of a multiplicative inverse. The multiplicative inverse, sometimes it's called the reciprocal. When you have a multiplicative inverse and you multiply a fraction by its multiplicative inverse, you end up with a 1. So it's the idea of having 2/3 and 3/2. You're just flipping that fraction upside down. And I'm actually going to do these examples slightly out of order. I want to look at these two in the middle here. It says find the reciprocals. Those are our multiplicative inverses for these rational numbers. It's literally just flipping them upside down. So the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of 3/2 is 2/3. The reciprocal of -4/9 is -9/4. So it does not change in terms of positive or negative. It's literally just flipping it upside down. Now let's go back up to the ones that I skipped. So here we have just some multiplication. The first one is 3/5 times 7/8 times 5/3. When you're multiplying fractions, you have options. You can multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom, and then reduce your fraction, or you can reduce it before you multiply. And I'm going to work this problem both ways. You can choose the way that you prefer. So I'm going to start by multiplying it out. 3 times 7 times 5. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 times 5 is 105. In the denominator, there's 5 times 8 times 3. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 times 3 is 120. So we end up with 105 over 120. Now we need to reduce. And you've got some options here. I'm going to start by dividing top and bottom by 5 because I feel like that's probably what most people would see first. You actually can divide top and bottom by 15, but just in case you don't see that, let's go top and bottom by 5. So that gives us 21 over 24. And then I can divide top and bottom now by 3. So I end up with 7/8. So that's one option. The other option when you're multiplying fractions is to reduce up front. When you're reducing, you need to reduce one number from a numerator and one number from a denominator. They do not have to be part of the same fraction. So I could take this 3 in the numerator of the first fraction and basically just cancel it with the 3 in the denominator of the last one. One is in a numerator, one is in a denominator. Technically what's happening here is I'm dividing both of these by 3, so I have a 1 left over. And I can do the same thing with the 5s. So when I cancel first, or I reduce first, what I'm left with is 1 times 7 times 1, which is just 7, over 1 times 8 times 1, which is 8. So I'm going to end up with that 7/8, just the same. It's a little bit easier to multiply. So the second one, again, you could do it two ways. You could multiply first and then reduce, or you could reduce first and then multiply. If you want to multiply this one first, you're going to get -6 over 28. You can divide top and bottom by 2, so that gives you an answer of -3 over 14. If you wanted to reduce first, 2 goes into itself one time, 2 goes into 4 two times. So you have -1 times 3, -3 over 7 times 2, which is 14. And the third one, -4/3 times -6/16. So once again, you can go ahead and multiply these first. That would give you a negative 24 over a negative 48. Negative divided by a negative is going to cancel out. 24 over 48 reduces down to 1/2. The other option is to reduce these ahead of time. So for instance, 4 goes into itself once and 4 goes into 16 4 times. I'm going to color code this one because it's going to get a little crazy. 3 goes into itself once. 3 goes into 6 2 times. Then 2 goes into itself once. It goes into 4 2 times. So you're left with 1 times 1, 1 over 1 times 2, 2. Just giving you some options there. You pick the method that makes the more sense to you.